So just to give a quick overview for all of those folks out there who are not familiar with Bonobos, it's a company that was started in 2007 by two founders with really the idea of solving two problems. One, creating a better fitting men's pant. And you can see we've done that with our curved waistband, and it's kind of more of a medium and flattering rise, a trimmer cut through the thigh, really changed the way that men thought about fashion. And secondly, also thinking about how they shop for clothes. We've done that, and we've continued to expand our assortment through the entire aspect of the closet, really covering everything for our guys, from bathing suits to tuxedos. At Bonobos, we think primarily about creating great customer experiences for our guys, for our customers. And we do that in a couple ways, as I talked about, clearly with the product that we're creating, and also the experience that we create. So we have 34 guide shops around the country, which I'll talk more about, our superior customer service team, also known as our ninjas, free shipping and returns, and a 90-day return policy. What we saw in 2011 was an evolution of how guys were thinking about shopping. They were excited about our product, they were excited about our offering, but they still wanted the idea to pop into a store and try on our product, to feel it. And it really led to an aha moment for Bonobos. And that created the idea behind the guide shops. For those of you that aren't aware, as I said, we have 34 around the country. Guide shops are a physical opportunity for customers to come in and experience our brand. What we found is they got to try on the clothes, understand more about our offering, and really get a sense of who we were as a company. Now, the challenge with having 34 stores around the country, your product assortment growing every day, and also having kind of rapid growth on your associate side, or our guides as we like to call them, is we really needed a better way for our guides to be able to connect, use the tools, and make sure that they were creating a seamless customer experience. So what our goal was to launch a single point of sale that created a better, smoother, customer-friendly shopping journey that covered everything from the moment that a customer walked into our guide shop, when they created an appointment, to browsing our catalog, to placing orders, managing the customer's profile, managing stock, processing returns and exchanges, and that our guides were well equipped to make sure they could seamlessly do that for our customers. So it needed to be one tool, and it needed to also integrate with our customer profile and accounts across all our channels and devices. Now that sounds simple, but you can imagine that could be quite a large technology request. So what Bonobos did was partner with Tulip, and we rolled out a new point of sale to pilot in 4 stores in January of 2016, capturing some feedback from our guides, also watching and managing our customer Net Promoter Score very, very closely. We rolled out this point of sale to all of our stores in April 2016. So now it's important to use one technology that creates a great experience for guides, but it's also incredibly important to understand how did this impact our business. And what we found was that we were able to measure success when we rolled out to the 4 pilot stores. And we saw higher satisfaction scores. We saw increases in our key metrics around average order value and units per transaction. And we also saw rising Net Promoter Scores. It was incredibly important, too, that we made sure not only was our point of sale allowing our customers to have a great experience and our guides to have a great experience, but it was incredibly important that we could capture all of the information that was happening in store and bringing that back to our data warehouse. And I think this is really where Tulip was allowing us to be successful. Every transaction that happened in a store came back into our data warehouse, which allowed our marketing team and our merchandising teams and really our entire Bonobos team to think about this holistic omni-channel experience. But I think what was more important than just looking at the metrics that you see here, which were incredibly compelling for us, was thinking about also what were customers feeling. Prior to using the Tulip point of sale, customers were greeted with a guide who went through the styling process, But what happened is the customer became very distracted because the guide was creating that transaction on a computer. When we physically removed the desktop or the laptop that was between the customer and the guide, what happened is that customers really started to understand and clearly see the value that our guide shop employees were having, that they were creating more of a relationship. So they focused less on the transaction and more on the experience around styling and the relationship that we were building. So as I said, while technology was incredibly important for us to make sure that we were creating a great experience for our guide and for our customers, I think what was the really important focus for us was that we were creating a long-term relationship with our customers. So what's next for Bonobos and Tulip? We've seen great success in rolling out the point of sale in all of our locations, and we continue to do that with every new store that we roll out. And our goal next is to continue the evolution of clienteling to make sure that we extend the relationship of the guide and the customer beyond the four walls. And so clienteling, a new service and offering that Tulip has launched, will allow Bonobos to make sure that we're creating easier follow-ups for our store associates, that we increase in-store and at-home conversion, and that we really enable standardized communication with clients, and that we allow the guides to be more successful. So we're very, very excited about this new phase, and we'll be rolling that out to our stores as well and piloting that going forward.